G'day folks, well welcome to another episode of 4motion Adventures. You know, the beauty about owning one of these camper vans is that you can get up in the morning and go wherever you want to go. Today I had these thoughts of getting out into the mud and the sand and the snow and whatever else presented itself and check out the 4motion four-wheel drive system. But you know what? Olga had this message that came through the clouds and it said that the magnolias were out up at Mount Wilson, just in the Blue Mountains. So guess where we're going? We're not going forward driving, we're going to check for magnolias. Yay!
Mount Wilson, located in the World Heritage Blue Mountains, is only 2 hours from Sydney and is known as the Heritage Garden Village. The area has magnificent natural bushland and rainforest, walks and canyons, as well as historic houses and grand exotic gardens, some of which are open to the public. Built in 1915, this small Anglican Church of St George stands reverently among the beautiful bare limb trees, and the church's setting can only be described as magical. And after a cold winter, we see the spring flowers come along and cheer us up at a time when we most need it. What a treat to find evergreen shrubs that flower for weeks when the rest of the garden is just waking up from slumber. Queens of the winter flowers, camellias are highly prized for the beauty of their exquisite blooms and the splendid evergreen foliage. Popular companion plants for camellias are the pretty azaleas. It's difficult not to be stopped in your tracks by the ravaging beauty in full bloom. And then we have the jonquil, a pleasant reminder warmer weather is just around the corner. And there's no forgetting the abundant winter blooms and attractive foliage of the hellebore and the solitary lightly scented flower of the spring snowflake. Both an invaluable addition to the garden, they provide us with some of the greatest pleasures in winter. This free council-run pretty campground is called Cathedral Reserve and it sits just outside this picturesque town. The campground is a large, open, flat, grassy area nestled in the gum trees with liquid ambers lined up along Mount Irvine Road. The rainforest sits just behind the reserve. It provides great facilities such as toilets, trailer sites, fire pits and picnic tables. You will need to bring your own firewood and toilet paper and drinking water. Did I mention this campsite was free? In the autumn you could pitch tent beneath the deciduous trees and roll about in the leaves, but we are nearing end of winter and all we are hunting for is snow.
Well, we just woke up and it's snowing here at Mount Wilson at our campsite. And it's about 1 degree. But it's absolutely beautiful up here.
With the diesel heater running indoors, I am toasty. Is it really 1 degree outside? Oh, I wouldn't know. Coffee time, and why not brew it on the indoor diesel stovetop? Oh, stop boasting, Olga. We begin our adventures by visiting 2 gardens. Garden 1 is Windy Ridge Garden. The garden sits just shy of 5 acres and the entire property is landscaped. Each section of the garden has a theme and focus for the visitors to view. The second garden on show is Nuru, and Nuru is a privately owned garden that showcases the spectacular seasonal cool climate colour of the Blue Mountains. Planted in 1880 by William Hay, the garden is famous for its wisterias, iris collections, carpets of daffodils, rare maples, azaleas and rhododendrons. It's open seasonally in spring and autumn.
just driving back from our trip up to Mount Wilson, and as you can see, the snow's starting to get heavier and heavier. So we're going to start heading back and get off this mountain just in case we get snowed in. But we'll be okay. We've got the 4motion, which is designed for this type of weather, and we should be sweet. Anyway, onwards and upwards, here we go.